Hi there, Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and Sheri and Richerson.com. Please subscribe. Happy Labor Day, now that it's over. And this is a little late, because it's been a long day. We slept in. Stayed up a little too late last night, and then we slept in. Didn't really have to do much, or didn't feel like getting up and getting started quite as early. Went down in the basement this morning, pulled up a couple of items. We had a vacuum cleaner and a carpet cleaner that were down there. And wiped them down, cleaned them up just a little bit, and then took them into a shop to have take a look at. We got somebody that's gonna see if they can be fixed, see if they can be cleaned, see if they're still workable. If not, we may part them out. We also took in an air cleaner, having it looked at. Hopefully we'll be able to use it.
A Filter Queen Defender.
Yeah, it's a Filter Queen Defender. It's a really high-end air cleaner, but it's an older model, and the issue is finding the right size filter for it. It's a larger size filter than what was being found when we were doing a simple search for it. Basically, it has a 12-inch filter, 12-inch tall filter, and basically all the filters that we were finding were 8-inch. So those 4 inches make a big difference. So we're still working on trying to find the filters for it. Hopefully we can find them and we can get them, and the machine can be cleaned up a little bit more and usable. So, but we dropped those off, came home. I got the brush cutter out and hit the pasture with the brush cutter, knocked down a bunch of burrs. The goats still got into the burrs even after I knocked them down, but so I'm going to have to work on getting burrs out of their fur again. But I've got them knocked down at least where hopefully it won't be as bad. Then I got out the chainsaw and started cutting on limbs that are down in the pasture. We've got a couple of limbs that crashed down on some fencing. It's interior fencing in the pasture, so it's not, in some ways it's not a huge issue, other than if I can get the fence put back up, then I can close off a section of the pasture that there are other trees in, downed trees, and a smashed section of fencing there that allow the goats to get out of the property. So I can fence it back off if I can finish getting this stuff cut up and get the fencing resituated. Then they can't get out, and I can work in that one smaller area, cleaning up what's the mess that's there, and then we'll have a separate area that we can use part of the time for the animals. I'll be able like put them over in that area while I work in the other area, especially like when I'm cleaning the stalls and running a lawn tractor with a trailer up and down through there, because I have to open the back gate up and this will allow me to have that gate open so I can run in and out without worrying about the goats getting out. So, but it's stages. I'm not there quite yet, but I'm working on it. So, I made some progress today with the chainsaw. Had it working pretty good. But being Labor Day, we decided, we were going to do a little bit of cookout. We were going to do hamburgers and hot dogs. We decided that we would invite my mother and sister over. And they agreed to come over, so we had to get the grill going, which was, I had told them to come over at 5. I wasn't really getting the grill started till about 4:45. They showed up, and my sister was like, "So when are we eating?" And it's like, I just got the grill started. It's a charcoal grill, so I said, it's going to be a little bit. She's like, "Well, I'm hungry now." So she thought that she was coming over at 5 to eat at 5. And it's like, no, not quite. We're running a little bit late. So it'll be a little bit. But turned out pretty good. We had kind of a nice little visit, and the hamburgers were pretty good. We had some bacon wrapped hot dogs that were pretty good. I threw some Eckrich hot dogs on there for my lunches. I kind of charcoaled them on one side, so they'll be nice and crunchy for me. Not quite how I like my hot dogs. They're a little overcooked, at least on one side. But I threw them on the grill, came in and ate my food, and they were cooking on one side while I ate my food.
That'll teach you.
Hey, I was hungry too.
I know you was.
And by the time I sat down to eat, Sheri was already done. My mother was almost done. Laura was basically done. And I was just getting started. But that's generally what happens.
That's what happens to the chef.
Uh-huh. So.
It happens to me when I cook.
Well, happens to me when I cook too.
Yeah.
So.
Suck it up, buttercups.
But overall, it was a pretty good day, a pretty good weekend. Don't really want to go back to work tomorrow, but, well, gotta do what I gotta do. Sheri's got a conference this week, so she's got all sorts of stuff that she's got to get done this week. She's going to be a busy little beaver, and I'm not sure when the build is going up and when we're getting busier, or when we're going to start our move to the new building, but it could be any time now. So
Not this week.
Well, probably not this week, but I mean, we might get busier, we might have a bigger build, and so I might have a few later nights this week, but hopefully it won't. I'm thinking that we won't actually start the move to the new building until October, but they're talking, we're working on this stuff over the next 4 months, so probably by the end of this month we may be starting to move stuff, but for the most part I think it'll probably be October, and then we'll have to move stuff on the weekends when we're not actually working. So, the rest of the plant will be, at home on the weekend. It will be in there, transferring stuff from building to building. So, it ought to be a lot of fun. So, anyways, excuse me. Please subscribe. Give us thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Stay safe out there.